Here, $50. Will you be my mom, just for today?
Sweetie, where's your mom?
I don't have one.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Here, $50. Will you be my mum, just for today? The girl didn't blink. Both hands out. $50. Like it was the most reasonable thing in the world. Jay Walker looked up from her laptop. The cafe on 8th was loud. Espresso machines grinding. A Korean drama playing on the wall TV. 3 aunties in the corner splitting a pot of doenjang jjigae. And right in the middle of all that noise, one small girl in a school uniform, waiting. This kid is dead serious. Jay set her coffee down. Sweetie, where's your mum? The girl's chin lifted, just slightly. I don't have one. 3 words. No tears. No explanation. Jay had heard that sentence carry 100 different weights. This one was the heaviest kind. The school was 4 blocks away. Hannah had walked alone. Parent observation day. Every chair in the classroom had a name tag taped to it. Mum. Dad. Grandma. Hannah's chair had a name tag too. It said Mum. She'd written it herself. She wrote it herself. Mum. Jay stared at the $50 bill sitting on the table between them. It was wrinkled, warm from being held too long. How long have you been carrying this around? 3 days. This child had been planning this for 3 days. Jay pushed the money back across the table. You're going to say no, aren't you? Put it away. Where we're going, you won't need it. A beat. Hannah looked up at her. Jay couldn't explain it herself. Why she stood up. She just did. The observation was 1 hour. Jay sat in the chair with Hannah's name tag on it. The one that said Mum. The other mothers glanced at Jay. Jay didn't flinch. She'd been getting that look her whole life. Hannah stared at the board the entire class. Until it was her turn to present. The girl turned around. Found Jay's eyes. Jay gave her a small nod. Go ahead. Hannah stood up. My mum's favourite colour is yellow, because it shows up even in the dark. Jay didn't write that down. She just kept it. After class, they walked back to the cafe. Hannah ordered hot chocolate. Jay got another Americano. They sat for a while without saying anything. Thank you. It was nothing. It wasn't nothing. Jay didn't answer that. She turned toward the window. That's when she saw it. A black SUV pulled up to the curb on 8th. Quiet. No horn. It just stopped. The man who got out didn't bother closing the door. He walked straight in. Tall. Black shirt. Sleeves down. Somehow looked solid anyway. One by one, people in the cafe stopped looking at him. Not because he said anything. It just happened. Kang Do Hian. His eyes landed on Hannah, then locked onto Jay. What did you do to my daughter? Jay didn't put her coffee down. What did I do? That phrase snagged somewhere in her chest. She looked up at him. Slow. You might want to sit down. This is going to take a minute. Kang Do Hyun didn't sit. He stood. Right next to the table. Both hands in his pockets. The 3 aunties in the corner quietly relocated. Name? Jay Walker. You? He didn't answer. He looked at Hannah. Hammer. Get up. Hannah held her hot chocolate with both hands and looked up at her father. I'm not done yet. Do-hyun's jaw shifted, just slightly. Jay caught it. He doesn't know how to handle her. He looked back down at Jay. Explain what you did with my kid. Went to her parent observation. She asked me to. She asked you. Yeah, she asked me. His eyes narrowed. My kid doesn't ask strangers for things. Hannah set her cup down. I did, Dad. I was the one who asked her. Do-hyun looked at his daughter. Nothing came out. Hannah told him everything. The $50. The 3 days of planning. Walking to the cafe alone. Do-hyun's face didn't move the entire time. Jay recognized that kind of stillness. The more dangerous kind. Hannah finished. The cafe went quiet for a moment. Go wait in the car. Dad. Car. Now. Hannah looked at Jay. Jay gave her a small nod. It's okay. Hannah got up. The door closed. Do-hyun finally pulled out a chair and sat down. He put an envelope on the table. It was thick. Forget today happened. Jay didn't look at the envelope. She looked at him. How much is in there? Enough. Pass. His eyebrow went up. Barely. I don't want your money, but I do have a counteroffer. Counteroffer. English tutoring for Hannah. Twice a week. Here. He studied her for a moment. Like he was running numbers. Why? Why? Jay pushed her coffee aside. Your daughter tried to buy a mum for $50. The fact that she came up with that, does that mean anything to you? He didn't answer. Jay kept going. If you want to pay me for tutoring. That's a better deal for Hannah. Do-hyun picked the envelope back up. Put it away. He started to stand, then stopped. How long have you been in Koreatown? 5 years. Then you know how things work around here. Jay looked up at him. I do. So? Instead of answering, he set a business card on the table and left. No name, no title, just a phone number. 3 days later, Jay's phone rang. Unknown number. She picked up. Tuesday. 4 o'clock. Does that work? Jay paused for just a second. That works? He hung up. No goodbye, no confirmation. Either he doesn't know how to say thank you, or he never learned. Tuesday, Jay got to the cafe first. At exactly 4 o'clock, the door opened. Hannah ran in first. Do-hyun followed. Went straight to a corner table. Opened his laptop. Is he monitoring us? Or does he just have nowhere else to be? Jay opened the workbook in front of Hannah. Hannah gripped her pencil tight. Class started. An hour later, Hannah ate 2 bowls of rice. Do-hyun saw it. Eyes still on his screen. He saw it. Third session. Hannah stepped out to the bathroom. Just the two of them in the cafe. Do-hyun closed his laptop. You do translation work? Yeah. What kind? Legal documents mostly. Contracts. Litigation filings. Some corporate. He was quiet for a moment. Your clients. Why? He looked straight at her. Have you recently translated anything for a Korean-based corporation? Jay's hand stopped moving. What are you getting at? Exactly what I said. Jay held his gaze. Didn't answer. The silence was the answer. Something shifted in his eyes. Hannah came back from the bathroom. Both of them looked away at the same time. How come you're both just sitting there not saying anything? Grown-up stuff. It's nothing. It was something. The job came in on a Thursday evening. Sender KL Associates. Never heard of them. The file was thick. A corporate acquisition contract. Korean and English mixed throughout. Jay took it without thinking. Deadline was tight. The rate was good. She started at 11 that night. 3 pages in, her hand stopped. That company name. Hyuksiok Logistics. Seoul headquarters. LA branch. Jay minimized the file and pulled out the business card he'd left behind. Just a phone number. No name. No way. She turned to the next page. In the field for beneficial owner, 3 characters. Kang Do-hyun. Jay didn't close the laptop. She just stared at it for a long time. Next morning, Jay emailed the client. Said she needed to verify some details before proceeding. Putting it on hold for now. Reply came back in an hour. Short. Proceed as agreed. We'll add a bonus to your fee. Jay closed the email. A bonus. That word sat wrong. Normal clients don't lead with bonuses. She looked up KL Associates. Address downtown LA. In business for 8 months. The name listed as CEO meant nothing to her. Jay closed the laptop and picked up her coffee. It had gone cold. What exactly am I translating right now? Tuesday session. Hannah was quiet from the start. Pencil in hand. Nothing on the page. Hey, what's going on in that head of yours? Dad's been coming home really late. Jay looked up from the workbook. He was always late. But lately it's worse. He looks tired. You talked to him about it? He says he's fine. He always says that. Jay was quiet for a moment. Is there someone you worry about, Jay? Jay started to answer. Stopped. Is there? Across the room, Do-hyun was staring at his laptop. Jay looked away. Let's get back to the lesson. Hannah went to the bathroom after class. Hyun came to Jay's table, didn't sit, stood close and spoke low. You got a job from KL Associates? Jay tried not to react, almost pulled it off. How do you know that? I'm someone who has to know things like that. He pulled out a chair and sat down. Don't translate that document. Why not? If you knew who that client was, you wouldn't be asking. Then tell me who they are. He didn't answer. Just looked at her, different from before. Not sharp, just heavy. Don't be alone tonight. Excuse me, you heard me. Hannah came out of the bathroom. Hyun stood up. Jay watched his back as he walked away. Is this man actually worried about me? 10 o'clock that night. Footsteps in the hallway outside Jay's apartment. 2 sets. Moving together. Jay didn't open the door. She picked up her phone. Called his number. 2 rings. He picked up. There's someone outside my door. He said nothing. 2 seconds. The call dropped. 15 minutes later, her phone rang. Come outside right now. I'm at your car. Jay grabbed her jacket. Her bag. Her laptop too. I don't know if this is the right call. She opened the door anyway. The safe house was a 2-story on the edge of Koreatown. Dark. No lights on anywhere nearby. 2 of Hyun's men posted outside. He walked her into the living room on the 1st floor. Big space. Barely any furniture. The kind of place nobody actually lives in. Where's Hannah? Somewhere safe. Where? I said somewhere safe. Jay sat on the couch. He stayed standing. You going to tell me who KL is? You don't need to know that. I do. That job came in under my name. He turned toward the window. Long pause. People who want me gone. Jay heard that. Didn't say anything. Didn't ask anything. Just listened. That seemed to catch him off guard. He stopped. Then started again. Hannah's mum left the same year I got into this business. Jay didn't move. Didn't leave. I sent her away. His voice didn't change. That's the kind of sentence that stays with you. She didn't belong in this world. I told her to take Hannah with her. Silence. She didn't take her. Jay looked at him. She had no way of knowing whether he'd ever said this out loud before. Probably not. Has Hannah ever asked about her mum? No. That's the part that gets to you, isn't it? He looked at her. Didn't answer. Not answering was the answer. Wind moved outside. The space between them was still wide, but not as wide as before. Jay knew she should stay away from this man. She knew it first. But her body didn't get up from that couch. Hannah's $50 bill. Crumpled. Still warm. That small piece of paper had pulled 2 people all the way to this room. Some connections don't wait for a reason. They start before you even think to ask. 3 days passed. Jay stayed. Not because he told her to. KL Associates sent 2 more emails. She didn't open either of them. Hyun left during the day and came back at night. By the 2nd day, Hannah was there too. The girl attached herself to Jay's side and opened her English workbook. No questions. No asking why any of this was happening. Are we doing a lesson today? You want to? Yeah, Jay smiled. First time in days. 3rd evening. Hyun came home to find Jay in the kitchen. Hannah was next to her, chopping onions. Crying. Jay was wiping her eyes. Crying over onions doesn't mean you're soft. Everybody does it. Dad doesn't. Your dad doesn't chop them. Hannah let out a small laugh. Hyun stood in the doorway and watched. Didn't walk in. Just stood there, then quietly hung up his jacket. Jay noticed. How long has he been standing there? She let it go. The 3 of them ate dinner together. Hannah set down her spoon. Did Jay make this? You chopped the onions, so we made it together. Hyun put down his soup bowl. It's good. 2 words. Jay noticed how long those 2 words stayed with her. Dad, can Jay keep staying here? He looked at Hannah, then at Jay. That's Jay's call. Jay picked up her spoon. Let's eat. Nobody pushed further. The quiet that followed wasn't bad at all. 4th morning. Hyun's phone rang. His expression changed. Jay had seen that look before. The same one from the day he walked into the cafe. Don't send Hannah to school today. What happened? I'll handle it. That's not an answer. He looked at her. Just for a second. KL's people are moving. They've been tracking Hannah's schedule. Jay's hand went still. They've been watching Hannah. He grabbed his jacket instead of answering. You're going alone? This is my business. Hannah is my business too. He stopped. Didn't turn around. Just stood there, then walked out. 2 in the afternoon. Hannah was reading next to Jay in the backyard. Small yard. Quiet. Then footsteps. Outside the wall. One pair. Jay heard them first. One person. Stopped. Moving again. Jay took Hannah's hand. Hammer. Don't get up. Hold on to me. Why? Just hold on. The gate opened. A man she didn't recognize. Jay stood up. Pushed Hannah behind her back. Arms out. The man stopped. You take one more step toward this child and I'm calling the police right now. His eyes shifted. Jay's didn't. Phone already in her hand. Then a car out front. Do-Hyun. Do-Hyun came through the gate at a run. The man was already gone. Gate still open. His eyes locked onto Jay. She was still standing in front of Hannah. Arms down now. Hannah pressed her forehead against Jay's back. Do-Hyun walked over. Checked Hannah first. Hands. Face. Legs. Then looked at Jay. You hurt? No. He reached out and took her wrist. Brief. Like a check, then let go. The warmth of his hand stayed with her long after it was gone. I can't protect anything in this life, but I wanted to protect you. Jay didn't answer. Couldn't. Hannah looked between them. Said nothing. This kid picked up on everything. That night, Do-Hyun found Jay in the living room. Hannah was asleep. Just the two of them. The KL situation wraps up tomorrow. Found the inside man. Who was it? Someone who'd been around a long time. Jay didn't push. After it's done, you can go home. Jay looked at him. That's it. What about Hannah? What about her lessons? He was quiet for a moment. That's your call. Jay turned toward the window. Koreatown at night. Neon signs. Street food carts. A laundromat still lit up at this hour. Is he not able to ask me to stay? Or is he just choosing not to? Jay got up. I'm going to bed. We can talk tomorrow. He nodded. She was almost at the door. Do-Hyun. Yeah. Did you know yellow is Hannah's favourite colour? Something moved across his face. Small. Gone in a second. I didn't know that. Jay went inside. Do-Hyun stood there for a long time. Next morning. Do-Hyun's phone rang. Short call. He hung up and called for Jay. It's done. Jay set her coffee down. The inside man. Handled. She didn't ask how. Some things you just don't ask. He held out an envelope. Flight to New York. Leaves day after tomorrow. Jay looked at it. I don't know anyone in New York. LA isn't safe right now. KL still has people out there. So you're sending me away. I'm keeping you safe. Jay picked up the envelope. Didn't open it. Left it on the table. Hannah was quiet all morning. She stood in the doorway watching Jay pack. You're leaving? Yeah. When are you coming back? Jay stopped. Got down on one knee in front of her. Hammer. That day you walked into the cafe. That was the best thing you ever did for me. You know that? Hannah's eyes went red. She pulled her chin down, trying to hold it together. Jay lifted it back up. Gently. It's okay to cry. Hannah cried. Quietly. Jay held her. Didn't let go for a long time. In the hallway, Do-Hyun watched. He leaned back against the wall, closed his eyes. LAX. Do-Hyun drove. Hannah in the back seat. Nobody talked. No radio either. Jay watched the window. Koreatown fell away behind them. The cafe on 8th passed by. That's where it started. A $50 connection. Do-Hyun spoke. Should be wrapped up in a month. And then? Then you can come back. Jay looked at him. He kept his eyes on the road. His hands were tight on the wheel. He's actually asking me to come back. Jay faced forward. I'll think about it. His hands loosened. Just a little. But they loosened. Departure gate. Hian set her carry-on down. Hannah took Jay's hand. Jay. Yeah, here. Hannah reached into her pocket. A $50 bill. Crisp. Flat. Brand new. This time, it's for real. Jay looked at the bill, laughed. Teared up at the same time. What's this for? So you come back fast. Jay took it. Tucked it in her chest pocket. Held Hannah one more time. Then stood up and looked at Hyun. He was looking at her. Eyes full of something he wasn't going to say. You said 1 month. Yeah, don't be late. He nodded. Jay turned around, walked through the gate. Do-hyun and Hannah stayed until she was gone. Hannah reached up and took her father's hand. He held it. Tight. 1 month and 3 days later, the door to the cafe on 8th opened. Jay, rolling her carry-on in. Straight from the airport by the look of it. The barista behind the counter lit up. Jay went to the window seat. Her seat. The one she always took. Pulled out her laptop, ordered an Americano, and waited. 15 minutes later, the door opened again. Hannah came running in first. Jay! Jay stood up. Hannah ran into her arms. Do-hyun came in behind her, held the door, stood there for a second, found Jay's eyes, walked over, pulled out the chair across from her, sat down. No words. The barista came over. What can I get you? Americano. And a hot chocolate. Jay looked at him. You're 3 days late. I know. Why? When you have someone waiting on you, it makes you want to hurry. I wasn't used to that. Jay didn't smile right away. She just looked at him, then smiled. Hannah glanced between them. What's funny? Grown-up stuff. 8th Avenue moved outside the window. 2 Americanos and a hot chocolate landed on the table. 3 people, side by side. That was enough. One $50 bill, crumpled, still warm from being held. The smallest kind of courage you can imagine. That little girl wasn't naive enough to think money could buy a mother. She just decided to try anyway. When you want something badly enough, you try. That's something kids still know how to do. Something most adults forgot a long time ago. Some connections find you when you least expect them. No plan, no reason. Just an ordinary afternoon, and a crumpled bill held out by 2 small hands. We hesitate in those moments. It's not my problem. It looks risky. I can't handle this right now. But Jay didn't stand up because she'd thought it through. She stood up because she looked at that little girl's eyes. Looking someone in the eyes and choosing to show up, that can change a person's whole world. 2 people's worlds. And the world of one small person who isn't done growing yet. The truth always arrives in the simplest form, like a $50 bill, wrinkled and warm. This story is a work of fiction.